There it is. Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. Good to see you guys. It's good to be here. Let's do the handshake again. Wave. And I love it. Good to see you guys. I feel like this is like a reunion. So many of us getting back from conference, and really, you guys, what a conference it was. I don't know if because it had been so long, and I was just so needing the saturation of being with our friends and our peers and so many people of like mind and spirit, vision, just everything about it was just fabulous. So welcome to this call. We have a team call. This is a Team Integrity, Team Believe. So I'm Wendy Erdman. I'm a National Marketing Director, and my sister, Denny Benedict, is also a National Marketing Director for Team Believe. So we come together once a month to do a team call. And so right now we're scheduled for Tuesdays at 8 o'clock. We're kind of evaluating because the company has an 8:30 call every Tuesday that we want to really be thinking about plugging into, inviting to, and being involved with. So we're wondering about Mondays, if you have any feedback about that, if it's best for you to do a Monday, or if you wouldn't be able to do a Monday, trying to get a feel from different people. We're also contemplating maybe starting at 7:45 Eastern and going to 7:30. So one of those two, and we'll be sure to post that and make sure you're aware of it. Okay. All right.
If I could just jump in real quick,
yeah.
Wendy, it's not every Tuesday. It's the second Tuesday of the month right now. So we would keep it on the second Tuesday, but we would possibly make it Monday. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry if that wasn't clear. Yes, for sure. And do we have anyone that is new to the call? If you don't mind, if you've never been on a call before, just raising your hand. It is so good to have you guys. I see a couple people. If you don't mind unmuting and just telling us your name, where you're from, so where you live, and then who is the person that invited you to the business, to the call, who invited you? Love to hear.
I am Tita Contreras, and Lori invited me. Yes. She's right beside me.
Awesome. Do you live in Columbus, Tita?
I do, right in the middle of Ohio State University.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
We are so glad you're here.
Welcome,
you.
Tita.
Thank you. It's just good to see new faces. Who else is new for the first time?
Hi, hear me? It's Terry.
Terry, yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So Patty invited me, and I think this is my first call.
Yes, I think it is, Terry. So glad to have you, and tell us where you're from.
I live in Mainville.
Yes.
Just due east of Mason, Ohio.
Okay. Wonderful to have you, Terry. Terry was at conference. It was so wonderful to get to know her. So thanks for jumping on tonight. Sure. Who else is new?
I'm new.
Yeah, Diane.
My name's Diane Fox, and Henry and Felicia enrolled me, and I am from Hilliard, Ohio.
Hilliard, Ohio. Wonderful to have you. Good to see you.
I hope you enjoy the call.
Okay, and who else do we have? I think there was a couple more. Deborah, you've been on, haven't you?
This is number 2 for me. I've made it to one of the team calls since joining in August. I've made it to one, and this is number 2. So
well, we're glad you're on. It was so wonderful to get to know you better at conference, and just good to see you guys. Really good to see you guys. And I know we have a few people on who haven't been on for a while to, I'm sure, catch the updates of what's new and what's different. So, hey, Clara. Good to see you. I love it. Okay, well, we're going to jump in. I'm going to share my screen. And
Wait, Wendy, real quick. Tori's new too. I could hear her popping in and out.
Yes, Tori.
Oh, hi. I'm driving and listening, so I couldn't see the videos when people were getting ready to jump in. But my name's Tori. I'm in Kansas City, and Holly brought me in.
Nice that you're on, Tori. So glad to meet you. And welcome to the
Yes.
team. We're excited to have you. Hope to meet you sometime here real soon.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome. Okay, I wanted to let you guys know, for those of you who might be new to Zoom, in the upper right corner, it says view. And when we're going through the conference wrap up and people are speaking, you can click on the speaker view. And that way you can see the speaker, whoever's speaking, in a larger way. They're the primary person that's going to show up. And it's just a little bit easier to focus when that person is a little bigger. So I'm going to share my screen. Sometimes we'll be sharing the screen, sometimes we won't. So, but we're going to go ahead and jump in. We've got a lot to cover, that's for sure. And we'll get started. Okay, so you guys, we are coming off of this Atlanta conference. Absolutely fabulous. Like I said, being together it brings tears to my eyes just even thinking about it. It just felt so good. And we just had so much fun. So we are eager to share with you. There's been a lot of changes really over the past year or so. And I feel like everything is really coming together in such a beautiful way. So you're going to hear about some of those things and some of the changes, and everything is to simplify and to make more beautiful for us to share. So our mission statement, the mission statement is to inspire healthy living around the world. And so they want it to be the best of the best as far as what we have to offer and what we're sharing with people. So the focus of the conference was the power of now. And we often heard the power of now, the power of you, and the power to take action. So not just the power of receiving, but then the power of putting that into practice with who you are and who you're becoming as we keep stepping more and more into that person, that leader that we are to be and becoming. So just take a look really quickly at this. This is where we've been. And, sometimes it's so hard to get our heads around what has happened. We were live last October of 2019. They canceled one. Then we had a global conference that was virtual, and we had virtual Elton Awards. We had virtual Memphis. And then we had St. Louis live and virtual, and then Anaheim live and virtual. So I know for us, we chose to just meet up and have our own conferences and bring in the virtual, but it's been a lot that we've been through. And I know that that's part of what it was about getting back together this conference. Absolutely phenomenal. And I'm just so grateful. So grateful. Of course, we had a blast. And here's Henry, of course, having so much fun. He was connecting with every speaker, every major person there was. And here he's showing up on JP US Partner Insights. And I just love that. That is so Henry. So we are going to have just a couple people share about what their first time conference experience was. And this is a collage that Felicia put together, Felicia Fields. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Felicia.
Hi guys. So this is my first conference that I've been to. Two things I want to share real quick because I only got a minute. Was that conference allowed me to dream. I feel like I stopped dreaming for a little while. I dreamed so big that I haven't told anybody this, but I'm going to tell you all at once. But I actually wrote my NMD speech. Just, like Henry says, you dream it, you declare it, and you deliver it. So I've dreamt it, I've declared it, and then now it's time to go deliver it. And then the second thing is that we're really a community on one mission, and seeing that room full of over 3,000 people made me really see it on a bigger scale. So when times do get hard, when I do get a lot of no's, or I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere, like this past week and a half, I've been talking about Juice Plus more, but I haven't signed anybody, or they became a customer or whatever. Like, they didn't see the vision that I do, but I automatically go back to this. Like, we're all on the same mission together. So it just gives me motivation when I don't have, well, it gives me belief when I don't have belief in myself, just to
Mhm.
remember this.
Oh my goodness.
So,
All
that's
right.
really-
Well, certainly bringing tears to our eyes, right, Den? It's
Oh.
just beautiful.
I'm surprised I didn't cry. I'm a big crybaby.
Well, we're so excited for you, Felicia. That vision will take you so far. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
Just so love it. And that belief, it's amazing what conference does to build that belief, to build the vision and to help you see your dreams, right? So, oh, I'm so excited. All right. So who else would like to share? Is there someone who would like to jump in? Lori?
Lori's got her hands up.
Okay.
Well, yeah. This was also my first time. And I have to say, when I first thought about it, I thought, is it really not necessary? Should I do it? I am so thankful that I went. I met so many amazing people. I have to tell you, when you're in that room hearing the NMD speeches, it's a whole different energy than when you're watching it on a TV. Oh my gosh, just the beauty that came out and the challenges that people overcame made me think there is no reason in the world, no reason, there's no excuse I could ever have that I can't be NMD also. I started thinking about what I'm going to wear, what my song's going to be. And also I have to say, it was amazing to see the people behind the curtain. Those people behind the curtain are the same as we are. We all have that spirit of a servant's heart. So, and everybody there was like that. I'm telling you, I didn't meet one unkind person there. It was amazing. It made me so proud to be a part of this company, and I will never miss another conference. Thank you.
Yay.
Yay.
That's so awesome, Lori.
Yes, and amen, sister. That was so good. So true. Okay, let's do one more and then we'll have more time later to share. Who would like to share? Rachel?
Rachel's got her hand up.
I had the most amazing time. It was my first conference as well. And oh my gosh, total life-changing experience. I wish I could share everything, but I'll try and condense it down. So my biggest takeaways, one, I had kind of like a couple of tough years, which I know a lot of people did. And this truly felt like coming home for me. I mean, just how many amazing, positive, loving, caring people. I just couldn't believe that they were all in one room. It just was so amazing. It felt like an instant family. And, it just felt so, when I came home and I've been interacting with people, everyone has can tell that I'm just so much more positive and energized. And they're like, oh my gosh, like, where'd you get all this joy from? And so that is just so cool because that raised me up. So you should definitely go if you haven't gotten to go before, because it is an amazing experience. So that was one thing, just the community that Juice Plus offers is so important to me. And then the other piece is that share Juice Plus with anyone and everyone, because you never know whose life it's going to change and who and how it could help or change their life. And there were so many stories at conference about how there was one awesome NMD speech where she was actually selling Juice Plus before she could even afford to take it herself. And, you never know whose life it's going to change. And, you may think that they don't have enough money, or maybe they're not interested in health or whatever it might be, but share it anyway, because sharing the gift of health is wealth, right? And so it might be the exact thing that they need. So share it anyway. And I really hope that more people get to learn about it, because I wish I learned about Juice Plus earlier.
Yay.
We're so grateful that you were there, Rachel.
Me too. Thanks for encouraging me to go.
Well, and your dance, that little video of you dancing at the conference, that is everywhere now.
You're welcome, Rachel.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Deborah.
Okay, well, we better go ahead and go on, but we will have time. We're going to wrap around and have some more people share here in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to, there we go. And there. Okay, so one of the things that they highlighted was this beautiful new branding. Obviously, this has been out for a little bit, but now you're going to see that every time you get shipped, it should be that this is what you're receiving. The first time I was so excited and I placed my order and it was the fruit and veggie, but the vineyard or the berries and the omegas were the older packaging. I'm like, oh, darn, that's why I ordered it. So, but now I've received all of it. And so it should be that they are out of the old and in fully with the new, but isn't it beautiful? I absolutely love the colors and how gorgeous the bottles are. It's just, it attracts the eye, that's for sure. We do have a new Juice Plus product. We have a non-soy, like a soy-free complete. And so we were able to sample this at conference. We were able to get samples of both the chocolate and the vanilla, and it is delicious. I don't know what it is about this, but it almost tastes like it has like a maple syrupy underlying taste to it. I mean, it really is good. Partner purchase is going to be early of 2023. Customer purchase will be shortly after. They really weren't sure exactly the time frame of that, but we'll be sure to keep you posted on that. What we're finding with the soy, obviously we have the best of the soy. The soy is good for you. It's non-GMO. It passed every standard for being pure. But some people it just doesn't agree with, or they might be allergic to it. So the company wanted to offer this as a way that they could still get the high quality soy. So you can take a look, or soy free, same protein, I'm sorry. So the protein blend is going to be a yellow pea, rice protein, fava bean protein, pumpkin seed protein, sunflower seed powder. That's going to be your protein blend. And I know they're looking at the fava bean to make sure that that's what they want to use. So this isn't a final. They still are going to kind of play around with the fava because some people have allergies apparently to fava bean. I've never heard that, but it is a really good source of protein. So it is working to meet what the needs are for our protein. So again, this is the rollout, and just so excited about this. I love it. So again, just going back to the quality of our soy and our protein drinks, both of the complete and the perform. It is all of the essential amino acids that we need. And so that's why they use it. It's very highly digestible. It's the best plant protein possible out there. And it is safe for both men and women. It's supposed to be very protective, actually, for breast cancer. So a lot of the studies have been done on that, and every one of them shows that it's really very protective, and it's proven to build muscle. And that's why we are using it in the perform. It's water washed, made with non-GMO ingredients, and responsible soybean standard program is something that just shows that we are the highest of quality. So we are a part of that program. So again, our perform is exceptional. I just love it. One of the things that they talked about at conference is, yes, it's for the moderately active. You can go ahead and consume, before or after the workout, or if you're just looking to get more protein in your diet. I know, not being a meat eater much at all anymore, I like to just get some more protein in my diet every day, or the highly active consumer. So one of the messages that went out on Voxer, and I want to encourage you to take a look at it so we don't spend too much time here. But Jeff Olson, who's an Olympic athlete, was talking about it's just not, even when you have 2 scoops of the perform and a scoop of the complete every day, it's 30 some grams. And so it's not high protein, but a lot of people don't need a lot of protein. So just know that we can mix them. I know it came out at conference. Maybe don't mix them because you're going to kind of lower the quality of one. And but the more that there's been talk and chatter from other NMDs, they do think that you can mix them. You are going to just, maybe if you're just doing a scoop of the perform, you're just not going to get the full panel, the full quality of what's on the panel, the ingredient label. So just know that that's what she meant by lowering the quality. So, and then, with the partnership, I'm going to turn this over to Holly, and she's going to share about this.
Thank you, Wendy.
Yeah.
First, I just wanted to quickly, just my takeaway from conference. I mean, it was amazing. It was so great to be back together. But I just wanted to share too, it's like, we all have excuses for why we, can't go or we won't go or shouldn't go. But, my husband gets one weekend off in a 7-month period, and that was the weekend. And he wanted me home. I wanted to be with him. And we knew that I needed to be a conference. And so I just wanted to share that. It was a big weekend for us. And, I chose Juice Plus, and I just wanted to share, we can all make it a priority. But what Wendy put up, this really cool partnership that we have with United States Performance Center. And this is in Charlotte, North Carolina. And this is basically where US national teams, current Olympians, and people that are going to be Olympians come to train. And so we have now partnered with them, and basically each athlete is now currently getting the quad and a shake every single day, which is incredible. And they also have mandatory education on plant-based nutrition. And then they're learning about our published research and quality control. And so they're going to learn about why our products are the best in the world, but they're also going to get extensive blood work, labs, scans, etc. So they're going to be able to document where these athletes are before Juice Plus and after, which is going to be, I know it's going to be insane. I mean, it's going to be so good. So this, and just, this facility right now, they're currently training at UNC Charlotte with the existing facilities, but they're getting all the funding in place, and they're going to actually build on 300 acres nearby. And so there are 2 teams currently residing there, 8 more coming in January. So this is a lot of influence over the athletes. So just really, really cool. There's more to it. I know Wendy's going to play a little video here, but just know that if you want to learn more too, you can go on Instagram at US Performance Center and learn that. There's a video like Wendy's going to post. So use that. And then we already have a little verbiage that we're allowed to use right now, more marketing to come, but just put what like Wendy's already shared and what I've already shared or here on Facebook. Okay, so stick with that for now. That's it.
Okay, how exciting is that? I love this partnership. You guys, this is going to transform our businesses as we work with athletes, personal trainers, coaches, just getting the word out, send this to people, show them who we are and what we're about, and the quality and the integrity of our products, that they would allow these Olympic athletes but really give them these products to take because they are so exceptional. So very excited about that. Sherry, I'm going to go back to you. I know you were up next on the list, and so I'm going to have you share. Thank you so much.
There we go. Thank you. Hey, everybody. Such an exciting conference. It was really good. I liked Gatlinburg, but it was really good to be back with everybody all together in real life, in person. So my takeaway is you're never too old. I learned that. I kept thinking, am I too old for this? Am I too old for this? And, when I saw the 80-year-old NMD up on stage, I'm like, nope, I'm not too old for this. So that was really impressive to me. I mean, she did some amazing things. But I get to speak about or share about with you about Casey Sloss. And I hope I said that right. I have a hard time with that name, but anyways, she's done some pretty amazing things in her life. And one is she has a doctorate or was a doctorate in pharmacy. She was a pharmacist. And she juiced every day, spent lots of money every week, and drove about 50 minutes each way just to get fresh produce. And her best friend introduced her to it. She took it just as a favor, put it away, forgot about it. And then one time in her life, or several years later in her life, she decided she really needed something, more than what they were getting. So that's when she decided to join Juice Plus, and she became a SC in 6 months. And within a year, her first year, she went to NMD. So pretty incredible, pretty amazing story she's got. But what she talked about is some of the things just that she touched on was you want to eat, and we know this, you want to eat food as close to the natural state as possible. So we can get all the health benefits, all the healthy vitamins. And of course, we don't want any of the extra preservatives and all that junk that they put in some of our food. So that was one thing. She was talking about the flavonoids, that the more that are in our diet, the less chance for heart disease. And, I think, again, we pretty much know that we want to eat as many raw fruits and vegetables as we can, especially for our heart, anything purple or the dark blues and purple. And she said, food is either a weapon of mass destruction or mass production. And that one really kind of stuck with me because, when you think about it, we can either put healthy food in and, we can produce our bodies produce healthily, or we put not healthy food in or junk food in, and it just destroys every cell and fiber in our body. So, we all have that choice, and that's a, good thing that we are able to go out and share that with other people. And that goes right along with what a mom eats when she's pregnant will affect the baby. So, she was talking about how we really need to eat healthy because of, the children's health that the females are a big part of. And then she was talking about, the biggest part with her being a pharmacist that she saw was, they don't get a lot of nutrition information. So it's up to us to go out and share with people. And she got so tired of seeing all these people come in, and it was prescription after prescription, and their health just kept declining and declining. And, she knew that something needed to change. And that's where she decided that she wanted to do something proactive instead of just filling prescriptions all the time. So, and then she's ended up being able to be a stay-at-home mommy and take care of her. I know she has one, I don't know how many kids for sure she has right now, but being able to stay home and take care of her children as she goes forward as an NMD. So that's it.
Awesome. She was so good. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Wasn't she excellent? The way she speaks, and she's so relaxed and so much wisdom was incredible. Absolutely.
And then trying to write it all down. There was so much knowledge. It's like trying to write it all down. It's like,
I know. I hope we get a copy of that one for sure. So
can't write fast enough. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Sherry. Okay. I'm going to turn it over to Katie Holyfield, who's the sales coordinator on the team.
You hear me?
Yes. Hi,
okay.
Katie.
Okay. Well, it's so good to see everybody again. And just really quick, my personal takeaway is, of course, I love getting away from normal life. That's good for all of us. And I love learning. But the best part was just seeing everybody face to face. And some of you I had never met in person. So I loved that. I loved our time together. If you were part of our Friday night Ted's Montana Grill Marathon, we were there 3.5 hours trying to eat. We were hungry and we were tired, but we had so much time together. And I loved that. Looking back on it, it was just a treasure having so much time with everyone. My takeaway from the conference was just a reminder of our mission. And to me, that mission is giving out hope. And hope is free. Our products aren't free, but hope is. And when we tell people about our product, we're helping them with their health, and we're also giving them hope. I know that personally. And also, we just have this treasury to give out to people. We have a treasure trove of, YouTubes and Zooms and whatever's that all of these health professionals have done for us that we can share with other people. And that is just, to me, like wealth, a treasure trove. So I'm just real excited about that. And that's a great segue into what I'm supposed to be talking about, which is the research. Thank you. So Dr. Lamprecht came out with Dr. Fowler, we know Dr. Lamprecht is the guy that runs our research studies, but Dr. Fowler is an internist in Atlanta. And I just want to mention about Dr. Fowler that they talked probably like 2 minutes of his accolades. Did anybody catch that? He almost seemed embarrassed that it went on and on, but I just think that screams the caliber and quality of medical professionals that we have that partner with our company, that believe in our product, love our product, and want to talk about it and educate on it. But they talked first about the Juice Plus Science Institute, the JPSI, as it's called. Their website is jpsi.info, and it's just a website and an organization that's exploring plant-based nutrition, plant-based diets. And you can go to jpsi.info and see an area that's for physicians to log in. There's also a research tab among the many tabs that we can go to as well. And there's not a whole lot of research in there quite yet. So I'm assuming that that's in process, but something just to check back on. Also, he went through all the numbers. He talked about the 33 clinical trials, 39 research studies, the 47 publications in peer-reviewed journals. And as I'm along here these years, I'm just learning more and more about those 47 publications in peer-reviewed journals are gold. These are the things that our physicians that we go to in our local cities, these are the things they're reading. So we're in those. That's amazing. He went through several newer studies. They're listed here, but I decided just to focus on one of those, and that was the study done at the University of Murcia, Spain. And that was on the trio, and it showed amazing things: improved cognitive function, increase in dopamine, which is our happy hormone that's released in our brain. Our trio reduces oxidative stress, reduces inflammation, which is the root of all diseases, and also it reduces homocysteine. A higher level of homocysteine means that you have a higher risk for heart disease, stroke, and dementia, to name a few. So our study doesn't just show one thing, it showed all 5 of these. This is amazing. I memorized this because I knew my brother-in-law, who's a doctor, would ask me what I learned. He's one of my customers, and I wanted to be ready. So I would just encourage you to memorize this, or memorize one that you love and have it in your back pocket. So when people ask you, what's the research say, you have one. But I think this is amazing, amazing stuff. So anyway, that is a nutshell ish of what I loved about the conference.
Thank you so much, Katie. It is amazing when you consider the quality of science behind this product. There's nothing like it. Nothing like it. There never will be. So I just love it. Thank you for covering those things for us. Okay, next we're going to turn it over to Henry Lee. Henry, I didn't know if you had slides. You could share your screen or...
Hey guys. Yeah, so instead of sharing slides with you, I'm just gonna share my screen with you. So first of all, Henry, for those of you guys that don't know me, conference was incredible, and they've asked me to share a little bit about the Tower Gardens. It's often a technology piece that is often ignored, but it's a very powerful piece that is completely aligned with our vision and what we stand for in Juice Plus. I just want to first start with that one of the things that we love about Juice Plus, right? There's not a huge catalog with 1,000 different products. There's simply 6 products, and the 6th product is Tower Gardens. They brought up a panel, Adrienne Hicks, who is on, and she's the Hicks sisters, She's on Beverly Grandinson and Johnny Grandison's team. They put together a weekly Tower Garden webinar. And so if you're the type of person that is like, you know what, I don't even know where to start, you can simply log on and watch yourself and invite people to the Hicks Sisters Tower Garden webinar and learn some of the verbiage and listen to, and then you can duplicate what they're doing, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So I want to go ahead and share my screen with you to show you how to find that. So give me a little thumbs up if you can see my screen here. Good. Okay. So this is something called our events calendar, and it's somewhere where you can find a lot of the different things that are happening throughout the week, the month, on a consistent basis here. And you'll see every Saturday over here on the right hand side, there is an 8 p.m. Tower Garden Vertical Urban Farms, and they alluded to this. This is the reason why the Adrian Hicks and some of the panelists jumped on board or on the stage, was because they've been doing this consistently for 2 years. And so it's an easy way, again, just to learn more about the Tower Gardens yourself. And one of the things that I really enjoyed about that panel that came up there, they said, if you don't know where to start, then here's 2 quick tips. 2 quick tips on how to share Tower Gardens. The first is talk to everyone, because you never know who's going to be fascinated about this NASA design technology, right? And some people, they might not even be aware that Juice Plus has Tower Gardens. They're thinking that we're a supplement company or a whole food company, but they don't know that they have this technology available. And they might have gardening experience or a knack or a hobby that just lights them up, or they might know that's a school that has had them before, or they've been to Disney World and they've seen them before, and they're like, oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that I could get it through you. So that's one, talk to everyone. The second is show up equipped. So equipped meaning people are going to frequently ask questions about like, so what does it look like? Do you have a picture of it? How much does it cost? What are the different types? What is the maintenance cost? And you don't need to know all the answers right up front, but here's how to find them. So if you go to boards, and if you need help with boards, this is a foreign language to you, talk to your upline, talk to your NMD, and they'll show you how to jump on this board. This is an awesome tool. The Campbell Team board, it's a digital filing cabinet. Sharing JP and Tower Gardens right here. Click on the Tower Garden tab, and everything they talked about on that panel at conference is right here. Tower Garden facts, documents, you can print them off. You can share them directly from your phone. Images of Tower Gardens. There's Tower Garden Facebook groups. There's a Facebook group, it's called Tower to Table. It's got 30,000 Tower Gardens around the world. Join it. If you're not part of it, jump in that. It's called Tower to Table. It's the official Tower Garden Facebook group. You're thinking about talking to schools, right? Well, click on the Tower Garden in schools, and it gives you the order form. It gives you what a W-9 form is. It tells you some verbiage for it. Facts on Tower Gardens. Giving back to Boys and Girls Clubs. Every single Boys and Girl Club across the nation, 10,000 of them, is going to be equipped with a Tower Garden. So you can tell them, this is not something I invented in my basement. This is a real legit thing that's been around for about 13 years. So that's a tool that you can use. That's where to find pieces of education to educate yourself on Tower Gardens. And all of us are more than willing to contribute and educate you on it. You can Voxer us, and we'll be more than happy to help you with Tower Gardens. So I can go on and on, but I'm going to pass it on back to Wendy and Denny.
Okay, thanks so much, Henry. Appreciate that. You are the Tower Garden man. That's for sure. So appreciate everything that you bring to the team and to the table, and especially Tower Gardens, because I don't do Tower Gardens anything like you do. So thank you for that. And then also we're going to hear from Katrina and then Christy, and be sure to try to keep it in that 3 minutes, because time is going fast. I can't believe how fast it's going. So, okay, Katrina.
Okay, well, it was so amazing to be at conference again. So fun to see everybody. So excited to have Alicia and Clara there with me and just to meet all the new people. Just such great energy. So much to love about conference. Oh, I've been to so many and everyone is different, but so amazing. Love the NMD speeches. So I'm going to talk about events a little bit. Several of the speakers actually talked about events in their talks. And, really the takeaway is just events, events, events. And there's a lot of things that can constitute an event. It can be like tomorrow, I'm just going to be meeting up with a young Amish mom of a little boy. She's got 4 boys. One's 2 years old and he has cystic fibrosis. So I'm going to be sharing with her about how Juice Plus can really help his immune system. And that's an event. And then I will be planning some other events, bigger events. And events can be on Facebook. I'm not as good with those. I definitely prefer the in-person events. And I really think that there's something special about in-person events, especially after what we've been through, connecting with people, and just being there together and sharing. I think it's powerful. And so, everybody from Stacy, who held, she did the worship for the prayer breakfast, she talked about events. Shelly Mackey, Loretta, they all shared about the power of events. Shelly Mackey, she kind of went through how she does it. She's a 100 Club PMD, I think. Oh my gosh, super high energy. I mean, she's amazing. And she just, she does this live event and she went through exactly what she does from 7 to 8:30. She just outlined it. And she shows a couple of videos and she helps people understand how they can fit it into certain budgets. So the first part with the fruit, veggie, berry, omega capsules, those can fit into your health medical expense budget. And then your complete shakes would fit into your grocery budget because they are replacing unhealthy snacks and things like that you may be spending money on that are not as helpful for you. And then she also does have a wheel of success. She has other things that are also available. I'm not going to go into all that, but it's available on boards. So I'm learning more about the boards. It's really fun. Lots of information there. And a big takeaway for me, as I've shared with Wendy, is, Project Broadcast, I've been looking at that and seeing how that can work in conjunction with a booth and sharing free samples. But instead of just giving them out there, they can go on to this Project Broadcast and you can send it to them, but then it automatically does messages at 2 days, 7 days. Oh my gosh, I'm like, what? That is so crazy. That is really amazing. And also Audible, because I'm in my car so much. I cannot believe I've not done Audible before, but got started on that. And I've listened to Fiber Fueled since conference. I listened to the whole book. I've ordered the cookbook and it's fascinating. And I'm excited to do some events kind of around that a little bit, and using the research that we have on the microbiome in conjunction with Fiber Fueled and then how Juice Plus ties into all that. So super excited about doing some events like that. So yep, events.
Great. Consistency is key when it comes to events, isn't it? Yes. We've got to keep meeting and talking and gathering. So thank you so much, Katrina. I love your hair. It looks so cute. Oh, it's cute. I like it straight like that. Okay, one more. We're going to turn it over to Christy. Thanks for sharing, Christy.
Yep, thank you. I'm going to talk about Loretta Wilkins and what she talked about, but the one thing that I really took away was something that Sean Myers said, and he said, you cannot fail unless you quit. So failing is all on you. And that really spoke to me because, so many times you want to blame other people, but it's really you. If you're quitting, then you're failing. So that was my big, one of my big things that that stuck out to me. But Loretta Wilkins, she was amazing to listen to, super high energy. She just became a PMD plus. Is that correct? Did I write that down right? Yeah. So she's talked about having no fear and having no excuses. You just have to go out and talk to whoever you come in contact with. I don't remember if it was her, but somebody said, if you're within 3 feet of me, I'm going to talk to that person about Juice Plus. And I told Clara, I would be happy if I talked to somebody that's in 6 feet of me. So, 3 feet is a really big stretch for me. So, no limits. And then she talked about putting everything into action, getting on your team calls, and then changing your mindset. That is a big thing of putting into action, having positive energy and being engaged and having an entrepreneur mindset. Be inspired, inspire other people's, but also be inspired yourself. Abundancy, and then having fun, and then being part of the one team and one mission. We're all part of, as I think Katie said, we're all part of this one global mission of, inspiring healthy living. So, and she also talked about how to share, start a conversation and share that way. Give samples, always have sample packets available and ready to give to people, whether it's somebody from daycare or a neighbor or somebody you meet at the grocery store. Once you start talking to somebody, or you're in contact with somebody, send them videos, send them visuals, from boards or wherever you get them from, wherever you might individually get them from. Create a group text with different people. You're connecting on Zoom if you're getting on your team calls, or having a 3-way call. You're connecting, even though you're not in person, you're still face to face with that person and whoever you're doing a 3-way call with. And then take an order or sponsor a partner. That's how she shares. It's either one or the other, basically, is what she said. She goes into it with that mindset: is they're either going to order or I'm going to sponsor them. So she also talked about pouring into yourself, not just into everybody else, but you have to make sure to be successful that you're pouring into yourself. And then have massive consistency, which I think, at least for me, that's a big thing. I let my kids and work and everything that I do, I let that get in the way, and I'm not always consistent. So being massively consistent. So that's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Christy. That was amazing. What a great summary. I appreciate that. Okay, so we're going to open it up one more time for new conference goers, first-time conference goers. So go ahead and jump in, unmute, and we'd love to hear from you. Maybe raise a hand if you're ready. Alicia, I saw you unmute. Okay.
Yes, I wasn't planning on going to a conference. I went to Tennessee for the last one when we gathered there to watch it. But anyway, I had a ticket, an airline ticket that I wasn't able to use before. So I had some money on hand, and I thought, well, I might as well just use it up before it goes bad. Maybe it will work out for me to go to conference. And I had a brother lives around Atlanta, and I was able to get airline tickets for me and my mom, and then stay with my brother. So cut down on the cost of the hotel. Although I did really miss, being able to spend more time with you all there outside of conference. But I was so glad that the Lord worked it out for my mom and I to go. So nice seeing all of you again. And I had no idea when I planned to go that I was going to be able to walk the stage as a sales coordinator. I had gotten that title almost maybe a year ago already, but I never had gone to a live conference where I was able to walk on the stage. And Katrina so graciously gave me flowers and nice gifts. And so that was quite an honor to be able to do that. And just getting the inspiration that I needed, because with major life changes in my life, Juice Plus kind of got put in the back burner. So just hearing the NMD speeches, like others have said, and other speakers, and saying how, they really, like this one had a full-time job, but she would get up and work on Juice Plus for 2 hours before she went to her first shift job. And I'm like, whoa, if she can do that, I'm not working full-time. So I was just so glad that I was able to go.
Yeah.
And
I still
one
can't believe you were there.
I
Go
know
ahead.
Campbell said is that she said, if you don't find someone that really wants Juice Plus, go to the next person. There's going to be someone that's going to want it. I mean, not that you just instantly give up on people. There's people that are going to keep bugging because we know they need it. But still, don't let it discourage you. There's people out there that do want the nutrition.
Right, right. There are people looking for us. They're looking for this answer for sure. So thanks so much for sharing, Alicia. I appreciate that. Okay, who would like to go next?
Hello.
Yes. Hi. Thanks.
So I had no idea about the conference. As you know, I just joined in August, and Denny was very adamant about, you really need to go. And I am so glad we found a way for me to go, because myself, just like Alicia, I had to scramble for funding to do anything. It was wonderful to meet everybody, and sentiments to everything that's been said, all the things. To me, my takeaway was the research. I thrive on research as an analyst. That's what I thrive on. So I took that away with me, and I can't wait to see more things come out on boards that was published or shown to us over there. But I have to tell you that our little keynote speaker really made an impression. And Felicia, it's a promise. You need to make the promise to the one is you. Get the book. Get the book, because that's what you need to do. He was an awesome speaker. In fact, I made the suggestion to my husband to introduce his material and him as a speaker to our auto conference, because it could be one very well spoken for down there too. Anyway, but my biggest takeaway was the research and just meeting everybody and the enthusiasm behind everybody. I too work a full-time job and a part-time job, and now a third part-time job. But I don't feel like it's a job. As Denny and I talked earlier today, when it starts to feel like a job, I shouldn't be doing it. But right now it's not a job. I just talk about it. I just talk about Juice Plus. I talk about our journey, my husband's journey, my journey, and I'm hoping very soon I'm going to have some journeys of the people that I've blessed with the fact that they now have more nutrition because they've started Juice Plus.
Wow, Deborah, thank you. That was beautiful. Great training. This is all great training. Thank you so much. Powerful points. Okay, who else would like to share? Okay. Yeah, Patty, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
I didn't know if I was going to share or not, but it was wonderful to have my sister Madonna and my niece Terry there with me to meet you guys and to be there the first time for them. And actually the first time for me also. I joined 3.5 years ago, but I thought when they had the Austin conference, I didn't know enough to go yet. And so I would just encourage anyone who's a partner, go, even if you think, well, I'm just a partner, And my takeaway, who needs Juice Plus? Everyone needs Juice Plus. So I think I've been limiting myself, just sharing. I know a lot of people who have sicknesses, MS, Parkinson's, all kinds of things. And I've tried to focus in that area, and I was limiting myself. Juice Plus is for everyone. You don't know who is sick and who is well. You could think someone, but I started it myself because I needed the 7 to 13 servings a day. I wasn't getting that. So my takeaway would be share with everyone. I think Rachel already said that, but I definitely back that up.
Yes, I back it up too. Thank you. We always say if people can swallow, they need Juice Plus, right? How difficult it is to get the amount of nutrition that we really need.
And Madonna, I don't think she's on. She had a tennis lesson, but she had a really good comment that I think I can pass on. Probably not the same way she said it, but it was especially meaningful to her when Casey Schloss talked about caring for her father who was ill, and she was putting the Juice Plus in his feeding tube, and what a difference that made for him. And her takeaway was that she would like to hear even more stories like that of people who have been helped by our customers that have been helped with the product.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Such powerful stories from unhealth and disease and almost death with some people to life. I mean, just incredible stories. So is there anybody else? I think we've got everyone, but I just want to be sure. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to Denny. Someone was talking about mindset and she's going to wrap up with some just really powerful information. So thanks, Denny. I'm going to turn it to you.
Okay, well, thank you. First of all, I want to thank everyone who shared your first time conference takeaways. Just, you have no idea how much that touches us to hear you share that. And I want to thank you for trusting us, because I know when you go to conference for the first time, you're trusting the person who asked you. You're trusting that it's worthy of your time and your investment. So thank you for that trust. And I just want to thank you for all the great training. Oh my gosh, you guys are naturals at sharing and training. And it's just been wonderful to hear from all of you and to kind of relive this. So I'm going to really cut mine down pretty short for the sake of time, because we're almost on 9 o'clock here. But I am going to share my screen. I'm going to share a couple of things with you. And there's something I was going to share a video, but I'm going to share it on Voxer. And so just make sure, go to your team Voxer, whether it's Team Believe or it's Team Integrity. Make sure you go to that Voxer chat by tomorrow morning and check out that video. It's 9 minutes long. I'll tell you exactly where to plug in, but it is absolutely phenomenal. So I know in my team, and I know in Wendy's team, we've been doing some conference to conference planning, and you all have this sheet. If you don't have it, let us know. We're happy to share it with you. But it's really important to think about, we've got a conference every 6 months. And it's great to have that long-term vision, but you always want to back that down. A year from now, what do I want my business to look like? 6 months from now, at the next conference, what do I want to be celebrating? And so this conference to conference planning sheet, if you haven't done this coaching with me or Wendy, you definitely want to do this, because it really helps you to get the vision for what the next step is. And we don't necessarily have to go through every single line. I know Deborah and I did coaching today, and we didn't actually use this form, but we really talked about why she's doing this. You've got to understand your why. You've got to understand what the next goal is and what's the timing for that, right? So going through really creating a plan is so important. And I will tell you this was training that was on the Ewald leadership call last Thursday, and Wendy McGlawn was going through this, and she made such a great point that it's really not about hitting the goal. It's what and who you become in the process. You evolve as you move in this business, and that's such a beautiful piece of it. So it's really more like a target, but you got to know what it is you're shooting for, right? Otherwise, you're just kind of all over the place. And you want to understand why you're sharing Juice Plus. What is it that drives you to do this? What do you want from this business? What do you want for others in your life? That is so incredibly important. And that's an emotional part of this business. Your why gets to the heart level. So you want to make sure to have that conversation. You want to understand the requirements of the next promotion. You want to create a timeline for that. When is it possible to get that done? When do you want to get it done? And then you want to get into action. So events, we heard somebody training on events, and we heard so much about the power of events, and we kind of shut them down, live events, during the pandemic, but we are back up in person. People are so happy to be together again. We need each other, and it's apparent when we're hosting events. 3-way calls, connection calls, follow up. And then I want to encourage you to think about, who do you want to take with you to the next conference? I know Henry put out a message saying, I'm taking 10 people with me. That's my promise. That's what I want to see happen. So think about not just yourself, but who do you want to bless by that experience of going to conference? And then think about an audacious goal. If I could, I would what? No time limits, no financial limits. What is it that you want in your life? Because I can remember when I was in the corporate world, I was so stressed out raising 3 kids. And I went to my first conference, and I remember coming home and just saying, okay, Wendy, I want to be an NMD. I want to get up there. I want my family to be on stage with me. And that's when you hit the top level, you get to go up and share with your family there by your side, your journey. And at the time I said, if I could, I'd quit my corporate job. And Wendy helped me. She locked arms with me to make that happen. So think about that. The other thing that I wanted to share with you, and I'll share this video on Voxer. If you haven't checked out Bob Heilig's Your Virtual Upline podcast, I highly, highly recommend it. I've been listening to it when I'm out walking. It's phenomenal. It's like 15, 20-minute segments where he's talking about different aspects of network marketing. And he is all about transformational, not transactional conversations. We want to transform someone's life. We don't want this to just be a sales transaction. And one of the things that Wendy shared with us when she was training is this formula for transformation. And the video I'm going to share with you is actually 9 minutes videos going through this, but I want to just quickly go through it. And we've been doing this in our coaching, which has been really fun. So there's a circumstance. The circumstance is the fact. These are the facts. Okay. This is not the emotion behind it. It's not the story you're spinning around it. It's the fact. So, for example, a friend shares that they have a health concern. And there is a red light story that we can create that takes us to red light, put your brakes on results. And there's a green light story that we can create. And there's a lot in between, but it's always recognizing the story that we are spinning around that health concern. And we all do it because we're wired for story. You know, our brains think that the facts are really boring and we want to create a story around it. So here's a typical red light story. Your friend shares a health concern. The story you're spinning is, oh my gosh, if I open my mouth, she's going to reject me. She's going to think I'm trying to sell me something. The feeling that comes from that story, which is an extension of the story, is I feel insecure and I'm really focused on the outcome. The action, I don't open my mouth and share. The result, no new customers or new partners or affiliates, right? And it all started with the story, capturing the story. So the green light story is based on abundance, an abundance mindset versus fear and scarcity. The story after she shares that she's got a health concern could be, oh my gosh, Juice Plus could change her life for the better. I really need to tell her about this. I'm going to get out of the way and not attach to the result. I feel confident, I'm detached from the result, and I'm going to share what I do know. The action is you share, and the result is you develop new customers and new affiliates. Now, the video's so much better than what I just shared with you. I just wanted to give you a really, really quick snippet of what she's talking about. And this is the video. We're going to stop that and go to the next slide. All right, hold on. Okay, so speaking of, we're going to wrap this up, but the next conference is April 20th through the 22nd in Phoenix, Arizona. It is a beautiful time of year to be in Phoenix. We've been there many times. It's so much fun. You can go to the Juice Plus app, Juice Plus Live app, or you can go to juiceplusliveapp.com. You can get your tickets. Have you made your decision? Because I can tell you, if you don't make the decision to go, you're much less likely to take people with you. So it's really saying, I'm doing it. I'm going to go and I'm going to bring people with me. So have you made that decision? The other thing I wanted to share with you is that in between conferences, it's great to go to a boot camp. And if you just joined this business during the pandemic, you know, this wasn't available to us. We weren't doing boot camps, but all the boot camps, they are smaller regionals. They are so, so much fun. And this is kind of a great midway point to stay plugged in. You can get this particular form on the Boards app, boards.com or the Boards app. Go to the Campbell Team Board, click on events, then click on field events, and you'll find these regional and boot camps. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my screen share. I'm going to end the call. I know we're 5 minutes over, but I want to thank you guys so much for staying with us. There's so much opportunity here. The world needs us more than ever before. I mean, more than ever before. And they're open to it. They're ready to hear from us. We just came out of a pandemic where people are saying, oh my gosh, what can I do to take control? Where can I take responsibility? So be bold. Listen to your story. Don't spin a red light story. Spin that story of hope and health and creating options and opportunity. We love you all so much. We're so grateful that you're here tonight. And we just want to thank you so much for your time. And be sure to be talking to your sponsor. Be sure to be talking to Wendy and I. We're here to support you in any way we possibly can. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, you guys. So good to
Thanks,
see
you guys.
you. Love
Bye.
you.
She's doing the wave.
I don't know what this is, but it's something new.
I don't know. It's
Hey, everybody. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Have a
you
great
guys.
Rachel
night.
dance. It's the Rachel dance.
Feel the love. Love you. We need to close with some sort of music next time.
Yes.
I know. Sing, Wendy,
Bye, guys.
sing.
Yay. Well, you don't want that. Love you guys. Mwah. Mwah.
Bye,
Glad you're
everybody.
feeling better, Patty.